Hi, I'm John Mayfield, the real estate tech guy for Global Real Estate School, and thank you so much for joining us for another 5-minute real estate exam prep tip. We've been talking the last couple of sessions about tips to help you pass the real estate exam, and I'm going to continue on with that today as well. So I want to talk to you a little bit about one of my favorite tips to help you pass the real estate exam. Now, I'm telling you what, if you follow this tip, I'm guaranteeing you it will get 3 to 4 answers correct for you. Maybe more than that. But you got to follow this tip. And here's what it is. Don't change your answers. Let me say that one more time. Do not, under any circumstance, change your answer. Well, let me say there's one slight little reason you might change an answer, and that's if you reread the question and you just absolutely know you read it wrong and you recognize you read it wrong. You can change your answer, or you made a math calculation incorrectly. You're welcome to change your answer. But other than that, I'm going to get real close right in your face and say, do not ever change your answer. And I hope I don't look really bad that close to the camera, but please, you can't change your answers. Now, why is that? Because there's this thing called the subconscious mind. And this really works if you've studied a lot. Now, if you haven't studied much, you can change the answers all you want. You're probably going to get chewed up and spit out on the real estate test day, okay? Because you got to study for this test. But if you've studied hard, there's this thing called your subconscious mind. And on test day, things will rise up to your conscious mind, and it's normally from your subconscious mind saying, hey, John, we've studied that. It's an easement appurtenant. Okay? And you're sitting there thinking, is it an easement appurtenant or is it an easement in gross? Well, your subconscious mind is really trying to tell you what the answer is. And if you change it, you're going against that information that's lodged down deep inside your brain. There have been lots of studies on this, and I've gone and researched and read articles, and lots of time that gut feeling, that inner man, that voice that's inside you, and you just know that's the answer, is generally what you got to stick with. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I have to take my real estate exam in other states. We're approved in Indiana and Oklahoma, and in Indiana, I didn't study that hard, first of all, for the test, and I had to make an 85% passing rate. And I studied, but I didn't study that hard. But there were some questions that 4 or 5 that I couldn't remember the amount of money and some dates and different things. But my subconscious mind, my inner man, that voice was telling me what I narrowed it down to was what I thought the answer was. And I was going back through the test, and I started to change. I had those flagged. There were like 6 or 7 questions. And I started to change them. And I said, wait a minute. What do you always tell your students, John? Don't change your answers. And I didn't change my answers, and I passed the test. Now, I'm telling you what, if I had changed those 6 or 7 questions, there's no way I would have made that 85%. No way. So it works. I've been with people, friends of mine, students of mine who've taken the test, and they will ask me questions when they come out of the test, and or call me, and they'll say, I saw a question. And, they don't tell me word for word, but they'll just give me the general idea, and I'll give them the answer, and they will say, that's the answer I had, and I changed it. So don't change your answers. Go with your gut feeling, and I'm telling you what, it will help you pass the real estate exam. Do not change your answers. If you've studied hard, that inner voice, that subconscious mind, it's recorded the information and it is telling you what the answer is, so don't change it. Now, there is something you have to do as well to pass the real estate exam on the first attempt, and that's to click that button somewhere that says subscribe and click on our alerts, okay? Because we want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be sure and go over to Facebook. We've got a Global Real Estate School page there. We do some live streaming. Love for you to follow us there. We're on Instagram. Hey, we're on Amazon Alexa. That's right. You can listen to us on there. We have a podcast on iTunes, and we've got some great resources at globalrealestateschool.com. It is 1 minute past my 5 minutes. I'm so sorry, but I know I gave you information that will help you pass the test. If you will just follow it, do not change your answers. Thanks for watching. Have a great